Here are the stories we're covering this week in the Category 5.tv newsroom. AT&T and Time Warner are merging to create an ISP, TV, and media giant. An AI judge created by British scientists can predict human rights rulings with 79% accuracy. A device that makes broccoli taste like chocolate has been developed. Smart home devices were used as weapons in a massive website attack on Friday. A clever scam on Microsoft Windows utilizes the blue screen of death to trick users into calling the scammers. And a major breakthrough this week in AI-driven speech-to-text comes from the labs at Microsoft. These stories are coming right up. Don't go anywhere.
Now here's another great way you can support the shows you love from the Category 5.tv network by shopping at GearBest.
That's right, Jeff. Cat5.tv/GearBest. It's an online store for the geek streak in you.
Or the loved ones.
Well, of course. I mean, especially your loved ones, right? Because Cat5.tv/GearBest, quite frankly, has all of the greatest tech gifts that you could ever hope for at rock-bottom prices.
Do they have cell phones?
You betcha. Cat5.tv/GearBest has a wide assortment of unlocked Android cell phones and tablets.
What about consumer electronics? Those make a great gift.
Absolutely. From high-tech watches to action cameras, headphones, even virtual reality headsets. Cat5.tv/GearBest has you covered. They literally have it all, Jeff. Literally.
Really?
It's like a superstore right from the comfort of your own chair at your computer through the interweb.
Yeah. There's no way they have it all.
It's true.
It's just a bunch of random electronics.
Test me.
What about clothes?
Yep. Both men and women, fashionable apparel at rock-bottom, super-duper prices.
Kind of like this?
Well, look at this coat. What do you think? It's a slimming mock leather jacket.
I love it.
It's available for less than $30 plus free shipping at cat5.tv/GearBest.
All right. You kind of got me there.
Wow. Any other questions for me, Jeff?
Now that the winter has passed, flying season. Do they have any good deals on, say, drone copters?
Oh my goodness! Well, check this out. Dude, they have everything. Check out over 500 various drones. And not only that, they're available marked down by about 30 to up to 63% off the regular price.
Love it. What's the website again?
Well, you're going to find GearBest on our partners pages for any of your favorite Category 5 TV shows like New Every Day, Category 5 Technology TV, The Pixel Shadow. But of course, if you want to shop absolutely right now and you want to go straight to the site, all you have to do is visit cat5.tv/GearBest.
See, that's easy. cat5.tv/GearBest.
That's right. Happy shopping.
I'm Sasha Dermatis, and here are the top stories for the week of October 26, 2016. AT&T and Time Warner Inc. have made their rumored merger official, with AT&T to purchase the media company for $85.4 billion in cash and stock. The total transaction value is $108.7 billion when factoring in Time Warner's debt. AT&T's announcement Saturday evening listed some of the many media properties the company will own if the merger is allowed by U.S. regulators. AT&T is already the largest pay TV provider in the U.S. thanks to last year's purchase of DirecTV. It is also the third largest provider of home internet service after Comcast and Charter, and the second largest provider of mobile data and voice services after Verizon Wireless. AT&T intends to close the transaction before the end of 2017. It will require review by the U.S. Department of Justice and possibly by the Federal Communication Commission. Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump says his administration would block the AT&T Time Warner merger because it's too much concentration of power in the hands of too few. Can I just pause for a moment and say Donald Trump said that something was
too much power
in the hands of too few? Donald Trump? Mr. Trump? Yes. Well, I don't know. To be honest with you, I totally get where he's coming from. It's just Donald Trump can't say anything about too much
slight
power.
bit of irony and hypocrisy in that statement.
Oh, Mr. Donald. All right. An artificial intelligence judge that can accurately predict many of Europe's top human rights court rulings has been created by a team of computer scientists and legal experts. The AI system, developed by researchers from the University College London, the University of Sheffield, and the University of Pennsylvania, parsed 584 cases which had previously been heard at the European Court of Human Rights and successfully predicted 79% of the decisions. A machine learning algorithm was trained to search for patterns in the English language data sets relating to 3 articles of the European Convention on Human Rights. The cases examined were equally split between those that did find rights violations and those that didn't. Despite the AI's success, the legal profession is safe for now. UCL's computer scientist Nicholas Alteris, who led the study, said, "We don't see AI replacing judges or lawyers, but we think that they'd find it useful for rapidly identifying patterns in cases that led to certain outcomes." I think it would be useful actually in like cases when lawyers are picking whether or not they want to take a client on. They can just pop that into the computer and be like,
Let's see what the AI says.
no, it says you are
With a 79% accuracy, the computer says no.
The odds are not in your favor. I am sorry. Scientists at University London recently showed off a device called the Taste Buddy that electrically tricks your tongue into thinking a vegetable like broccoli tastes like chocolate. All you have to do is put a device in your mouth and let it zap you for a bit. Taste Buddy works by stimulating taste buds in a way that allows it to imitate the sensation we get from sweet or salty foods. The hope is that this technology will convince people to eat healthy foods by making them taste like something they enjoy, with the natural conversion being from vegetables to saccharine treats. Eventually, the tech in Taste Buddy might be shrunk down and built into utensils, allowing people to decide the flavor of anything they eat. Don't get too excited, though. The team has given Taste Buddy a tentative release date of within the next 20 years.
Chocolate.
This will save many marriages, I would say.
You're a terrible cook, love. Just zap it with Taste Buddy.
Exactly.
Lasagna.
Lasagna is the one thing I did right so far.
Way to go.
I can tell you, Dave, who is the cook in our relationship, has definitely muscled through a couple of meals I have created. Taste Buddy will be definitely a member of our family.
Wonderful.
Chocolate.
Wait for it. Chocolate. Yeah.
Hackers used internet-connected home devices such as CCTV cameras and printers to attack popular websites on Friday. Twitter, Spotify, and Reddit were among the sites taken offline Friday. Each uses a company called DIN, which was the target of the attack, to direct users to its website. Security analysts now believe the attack used the Internet of Things, web-connected home devices, to launch the assault. DIN is a DNS service, an internet phone book, which directs users to the internet address where the website is stored. Such services are a crucial part of web infrastructure. On Friday, it came under a distributed denial of service attack, which relies on thousands of machines sending coordinated messages to overwhelm the service. The global event involved tens of millions of internet addresses.
Wow.
Crazy. The malware scours the web looking for IoT devices protected by little more than factory default usernames and passwords, and it has been determined that many of the devices involved in last week's attack came from Chinese manufacturers with easy-to-guess username and passwords that cannot be changed by the user, a vulnerability which the malware exploits. Once compromised, the malware enlists the devices in attacks that hurl junk traffic at an online target. Jeff Jarmonk, head of security for global business service Salesforce, pointed out that the internet infrastructure is supposed to be more robust. He tweeted, "In a relatively short time, we've taken a system built to resist destruction by nuclear weapons and made it vulnerable to toasters." It all serves as a reminder that despite the internet being a hugely robust communication system, there are still some pinch points that mean a targeted attack can cause widespread damage. This is actually a really big deal when you can't change your password or your username for something. I hate thinking that people just assume things like baby monitors and smart
it's a fatal
fridges.
flaw, really.
Yeah.
All the smart devices that are coming out, thermostats and things, and then finding out that the password is a default generic password that can be obtained just by reverse engineering it.
Yeah, your password is 0000. You've got problems. I feel like
I sit down with my headphones once in a while and I turn them on and it pairs and my phone doesn't work. And then I'm like, okay, what's going on? It's paired. Mm-hmm. And then I check my phone, it's not paired. So, okay, that's weird. So then I try pairing again, it pairs. It's not paired to my phone. What's it pairing to? There's something nearby that it is pairing to. Mm-hmm. Probably in a neighbor's residence.
Funny story about that, actually. Dave and I went to a party like New Year's Eve last year, and he had his phone with a great selection of music on it.
Yeah.
And paired it to the TV at the neighbor's house.
Ah, yes.
The neighbor's 5 or 6 houses down, so you wouldn't actually think that this was an issue.
No.
But then later, like 2 days later, we were at our place, and he wanted to show a video. I think it was like a movie clip or something.
Yeah.
To friends, and he was like, "Why isn't this working? Why isn't this working?"
Dear.
And the neighbor calls him and says, "What are you trying to watch?" We cut into their movie.
Oh my goodness.
So it happens, right?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's a funny story. That's not like the toaster taking an entire community offline or anything.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Scary thing.
Microsoft has sounded the alarm over a fake installer for its security essentials, which attempts to trick victims into contacting bogus help centers. Microsoft has sounded the alarm over a fake installer for its security essentials, which attempts to trick victims into contacting bogus help centers. Tech support scammers have stepped up their technical game, prompting a severe warning from Microsoft over a new Windows malware that mimics Microsoft's free Security Essentials antivirus and then displays a fake blue screen of death, or a BSOD, with an error message and a suggestion to call a 1-800 number that is not Microsoft Support Center. The malware disables Task Manager to prevent users from terminating the fake BSOD and hides the mouse cursor to make the user think Windows is not responding. Clever. This crafty example of an emerging tactic that's having a greater success at roping people into tech support scams. So instead of cold calling would-be targets, scammers are using online pop-up ads and fake security warnings to encourage people to contact a bogus support center. Microsoft said on its Malware Protection Center blog, real error messages from Microsoft do not include support contact details. They go on to say, "We've seen attackers becoming more sophisticated with their social engineering tactics to try to mislead users into calling for technical support, and then they're asked for payment to fix the problem, a problem that doesn't exist." That's actually very evil and clever.
Very smart.
Yes.
But, the people fall for it all the time. And I get the calls very frequently. And more often than not, if you encounter this kind of thing on Microsoft Windows, safest thing for you to do is to reboot your computer and just see if it goes away.
Right.
If it does, then it's quite probable, and the reason I say that is it's quite probable it was a malicious advertisement. Mm-hmm. Now, in this particular case, it's a program that has been installed on your computer, that you have downloaded a fake version of Windows Security Essentials.
Oh, yeah.
I believe
and how would
it was, right?
And how would you know? You would only know really if.
Well, it's a Windows 10 blue screen of death.
Right.
And it was Security Essentials, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Security Essentials is no longer on Windows 10. So if you're told to download it, then no. It's
Yeah.
Windows Defender is the one that comes with Windows 10. But you want to be using something more robust, something like ESET. ESET's new version 10 suite came out today. So,
Okay.
if you want the top of the line protection, that's where you want to go. But you got to be really careful of those things. So quite often it's reboot the computer, make sure that nothing is awry, make sure that everything, it doesn't re-show itself.
So in this case, because Task Manager is disabled, you would just like press the power button
It's a
until
hard
the whole
thing,
thing
yeah.
turns
A
off?
lot of times they really take over the system. This
Right.
particular one, though, is probably going to need some malware removal. So you're going to have an anti-malware product installed that's not Windows Security Essentials. And get that cleaned up. And if it's really tricky, then you want to take it into a shop and get them to clean it up properly for you. They have boot disks and things and abilities to pull your hard drive out, connect it to a specialized piece of equipment that runs scans without booting up the hard drive. And
Right.
that protects you from spreading an infection, or worst case scenario, some of these things will damage your files through encryption and ransomware and things like that.
It's crazy trickery. I mean, I understand why they're going away from phone calls because everybody is leery now. And
This is smart because
Yeah.
this puts the contact on the person.
right.
So they trick you into thinking that you are the one reaching out. Oh, they're not reaching out to me. No, I'm the one who picked up the phone to call for tech support because I'm
Right.
having a problem. It's not them calling you up and saying, hello, this is Microsoft and we have detected you have a problem. Let us into your
Right.
computer.
Exactly.
No, it's the other way around. So they're tricking folks by making them feel that I am empowered. I'm the one who has made the choice to make this call,
Right. Oh,
never realizing that it was based on
devious.
a false.
I wonder if they
error
put you on
message.
hold when you call.
Oh,
Your call
definitely
is
not.
important
No, they
to
go
us.
straight to let's
No.
get this fixed. Let's get this fixed. Let's get your credit card number,
I know.
and let's go from there.
Yeah, but
Let's
then
get
I
into
would
your
be
computer.
I'd be suspicious then. What? There
Then
was
they
a
were remoting-
representative immediately available? This must be a scam.
You notice when Microsoft said we don't ever put our phone number in our error messages?
Yes.
They don't usually put their phone number anywhere, and they certainly don't answer the phone immediately, and they certainly don't provide free support.
Exactly. Yeah. So if somebody's really eager to help you, it's not really Microsoft.
Not likely.
Okay. Speech recognition software isn't perfect, but it is a little closer to human this week, as a Microsoft artificial intelligence and research team reached a major milestone in speech-to-text development. Their system reached a historically low word error rate of 5.9%, equal to the accuracy of a professional human transcriptionist. The system can discern words as clearly and accurately as two people having a conversation might understand one another. According to Microsoft's blog, by combining their open source computational network toolkit and obsessing over the project, the team was able to beat its goal of human parity by years in just months. They hit the parity milestone around 3:30 in the morning last Wednesday when Zhudong Huang, the company's chief speech scientist, woke up to the breakthrough. Huang said this isn't a breakthrough just for AI wonks and researchers pulling all-nighters. It's a difference you'll likely notice when you're talking to an AI assistant in the near future. So, I didn't even know wonks were a thing.
Let alone a word that a guy named Huang would use. Yeah.
Huang. And if he woke up at 3:30 in the morning, he wasn't in fact pulling an all-nighter. He did sleep. So
Perhaps just for a moment with one eye
just
open.
for a moment.
Just keeping an eye on the AI. to see.
Imagine how exciting that would have been for his life.
Revolutionary.
Like, huge big deal for this guy. I like it. I like when things go super right. Big thanks this week to Roy W. Nash, Bronze Shroud, Steve Delaney, and our communities of viewers for submitting stories this week. Thanks for watching the Category 5.tv newsroom. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your tech news with a slight Linux bias. And for more free content, be sure to check out our website. From the Category 5.tv newsroom, I'm Sasha Dermatis.